What?
What creature did Luke want?
Yeah. And I'm like, wait. So I'm like, what is the answer? And it's like,
I was like, is it a? Was it a dewback?
No, they wanted it said bantha. It said specifically.
You wrote a bantha?
It said specifically in a scene where they're looking for R2D2. I said, no, Luke, they saw a bantha that the Sand people were writing. And he goes, oh, yeah, you're right. My apologies. Well, if you knew.
My girl wouldn't know that shit. She doesn't know shit right now, and it's going to be funnier than shit when we get on board.
We're going to have to do, we'll do reviews.
I'm like, okay, who is Anakin? She goes, a Skywalker? I go, yeah, you're good. Okay, you're good.
Right. Star Killer.
Hilarious.
Anakin Star Killer.
Which were
Star Tours we pay.
Star Tours.
So I watched the last couple of days the Industrial Light and Magic documentary.
Oh yeah.
Six episodes. That was really good. I enjoyed that a lot. That's crazy. Like what I didn't know is the one of the main CG guys that he and his brother invented Photoshop.
Oh yeah.
Which is cool because he was like, yeah, so his brother's going to college and he's talking about the Pixar computer, which sells for $120,000 a box. And he's like, there's no way that people could afford that, personally. So then he's asking his brother, who's talking about digital photo manipulation. He's like, can you do this? He was like, yeah. Do you think you can put it in an app? He's like, probably. There'd be a lot of coding, but I think I can do it. And he's like, how about this? How about that? How about this? And he actually went and did it. And that's what became Photoshop. I'm like, that's crazy.
I watched the Corridor Crew, and they always do the VFX artist react. And this weekend they had a guest on there who basically while he was at Berkeley, he would write experiments like code or whatever, and he created some of the earliest versions of CGI things, and like stuff that became the Matrix, the bullet time in the Matrix. Like he'd written that code and done the experiment. It was really good. If the episode that's on YouTube is not as long as the one you can get by subscribing to Corridor Crew, which I have their app, and I watched it on there. It was like a 45-minute episode. It was really interesting.
That's you've told me about them before.
Yeah, I enjoy their stuff.
Me too.
Let's see, date modified. So we don't really have a classic Atomic Dork Squad opening, and I keep saying that I'm going to do it, and I haven't because I remember like 10 minutes before we're going to go on.
I had to put this shit in, babe.
So just to open this show, we'll do it with this, which I think is worthy.
That's the best.
So I did that on the phone.
Fucking yes.
This is the culprit right here.
And he said,
It was so basically put the camera.
he said
So you can see there's a lens on both sides.
Yeah.
So when I put it in my mouth,
Well,
as a 180 view.
This is why even when I found the music that went perfectly with it, I was like, awesome. I still had to leave yours in the background.
I can send you. I don't think I deleted it.
it was perfect.
Yeah. I'm gonna miss Tara, but I think it's good.
Oh yeah.
One more time.
Look how he's leading with his face.
I'm really not though either. I'm just running.
Well, this is the funniest thing.
Yeah.
That's hilarious looking.
I'll have to get you a better version of it.
That's perfect.
Oh,
You
we'll get a
give
better
me.
version. That's
There's no
perfect.
better version. It's awesome.
When I grabbed that clip, I looked for like funny carnival music, and I grabbed that one, put it, and it ended perfectly. It's like 16 seconds. Or
Oh yeah,
15. That's 16. It was like, all right, we're good.
it was perfect.
So, oh, real quick, then we'll do a Atomic Dork Squad intro.
Okay.
We'll explain what we do. So, I got this watch. Here, let me,
It's a beautiful watch.
wait, okay, me. So, how do you do it? Like this? There we go.
There you go.
There you go, Jeff.
It's a
So,
battery.
It's this is a freestyle is a brand. They do a lot of surfer watches and stuff like that.
Okay.
This one is created by Shane Dorian, who's a famous surfer. Well, I found this at an antique store up here in Victorville. I went to an antique store. I walked in, and it's not technically an antique, I don't think, unless we're just getting really old. This was made in the early 2000s, but it was just sitting there at a flea market booth at this vintage store, and I was like, I picked it up and looked at it. It still has the plastic on the inside that comes with it. I'm like, this thing has never been used ever. So I looked it up because I thought it was a sharp looking watch. I liked that.
Yeah, it's a sharp looking watch.
And, retail 20 years ago was $250. They wanted $16 for it.
Perfect.
And had a 20% off anything in that booth on top of that.
Perfect.
So I picked this up. I went to Harbor Freight and spent $8 on a watch repair kit, which I used to have one, and then went and spent $8 on a battery, and there you go. So for about $32, brand new vintage watch. I'm like, this is why I go and look at places like that, because I'm just like, I'm looking for something that honestly that I would want, that I would not pay full price for. You know, I've done stuff where I sometimes I buy and sell things. Like I picked up a 1936 silver plated cutlery set by I forget. It's like I keep an eye out for things that I know have value if you know what you're looking at.
Yeah.
I was in a Savers and I look down and I see what I know is a case for flatware, and I look down and it's like $15. I'm like, let me open it and see, and I'm like, oh, all silver.
What have I found here?
I flipped that in like 5 days. $120.
Hell yeah.
You know, just put it on OfferUp and eBay. And people are like, hey, I want that. I'll see it like a clock with ducks on it. So if it says Ducks Unlimited, that stuff is that always resells. I found it's battery operated is in 1973. It was number 106 out of 250 made as a collector's piece for that year. It was a perfect little wood clock. Opened it up. It had the original batteries in the back from 1973. You could tell it was all corroded. I popped everything out, cleaned it up, got it to work. Took a little while to get the connectors to rework, and then flipped that $12 clock for like $80 because I went low on it. Like, I just get rid of it. It's crazy. You can make a living doing that sort of stuff if you
You could. Hey, remember that Todd I picked up the other day? The one with the sea coyote?
No.
Yeah. Well, he's not available in stores anymore.
Yeah. It doesn't take long, right?
Well, because the fucking sea coyote shit, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna buy this right now. And I'm just waiting to see what the fuck people are gonna pay for it.
Girl, this is not woke.
I'm like, oh, sea coyote? All right, let's buy this.
Yeah.
I'm not down with the sea coyote, but let's see who is.
How long can you buy Nazi stuff online?
Right. Right.
I just picked up Albert Speer's biography, who was the Minister of Armaments and Design for Hitler.
Yeah, I remember.
I always feel weird when I buy Hitler books, just for a moment, especially that's the only thing I'm buying because it looks like I had a purpose. But I like reading contemporary accounts. Albert Speer about Hitler, because I think it's more fascinating than people who were there. Like the rise and fall of the Third Reich was written within 15 years of when everything happened. So, it hasn't been muddied down, like you want the dirt, that's the dirt. But Albert Speer, he went to Nuremberg and he was the only one who pled guilty of crimes against humanity.
I
and war
remember.
crimes.
Yeah.
So he just got 20 years in prison. And then
He
wasn't allowed to write anything. So he snuck out his manuscripts. He wound up writing like 6 books or something like that.
I remember.
Everything he was writing on toilet paper and sneaking out his manuscript. I'm like, this is a 600-page book. He wrote it on toilet paper.
Toilet paper. Yeah.
Like, holy crap. But he was the only one that wasn't hanged because he pled guilty. And since everybody else were like, it's not a war crime, they're like, all right, by the neck. But anywho, this isn't about Hitler. It's about me keeping an eye out for finds that make me excited. A surfer watch and Albert Speer. I'm a simple man.
Right.
All right, so what's going on with you, Sci-Fi Dan? What's happening?
Wait, are we on live?
We are on live.
Live
and in person. Saw Indiana Jones on Friday.
Oh, nice.
Did you see it? I haven't seen it yet.
I enjoyed it thoroughly. It
was it good?
It was way better than Crystal Skull by long shot. It was long for an Indiana Jones movie.
More than 2 hours?
It was like 3 hours, maybe it was right around 3 hours.
Saw the new Indiana Jones. We had to go.
The first shot you see of him when they take it's the same shot that's in the trailer where they take the bag off his head and you see young Indiana Jones. That was amazing. It went a little downhill from there for the rest of that sequence. The de-aging works okay when it's on his face, although it was clear a couple times they used his older eyes, like it was a deep fake on his face, but they used his eyes so the effect wasn't perfect, but it got the job done.
Did you watch The Irishman?
No.
Okay. So good.
But the
so good
looked at their de-aging.
Yeah, that technology they use for Joe Pesci, Robert De Niro, Al Pacino.
100%.
I'm trying to remember what method they used for them too. They might have used similar. They didn't use deepfake, I don't think.
No, but the Irishman had the deep fake, but it was fucking good.
Yeah, because they had to span like 50 years with them.
Yeah.
And I was reading about it, and they had coaches to tell them how to move like they were younger. So you've got the face changes and the hands and whatever they're going to change to make you look younger, but you have to make sure they don't look like they're 80-year-old people moving in a 25-year-old face.
Right.
So they had to get coached on how do you look young? How do you move like that? That's kind of fascinating. I wouldn't, you wouldn't dawn on you that, well, yeah, you guys have 60 years of degradation on your joints. You don't move like that anymore. So how do you fake it? But yeah, I thought those were done pretty well.
Yeah.
I mean, to the point where I accepted it and it didn't make me want to stare at it too closely. Which to me is key. Like your CG is good if I don't feel compelled to find what's off on it, like when something Grand Moff Tarkin in
Rogue One,
I noticed I'm like, what is off? Is it shadow? Is it eyes?
It's subsurface scattering on him. There's like when you shine a light through on skin, it doesn't always, not all the light, some of the light goes through the skin, and lights when it hit pick that up. But when you put a CGI, if you don't get the right subsurface scattering right, and if you don't get the muscles, like all the individual muscles moving just right, our eyes pick it up immediately.
Yeah.
Our faces, our brains are trained to recognize people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's they say that once you're something like 90% of what we see is a memory of what we know things to look like.
True.
So things in our peripheral, things we look at directly, like when we see a flower out of the corner of our eye, we're seeing our memory of what that flower looks like. Because you're in order to keep your limbic brain keeping you safe from the lion and putting all that energy there, and then you processing information, it makes sure that you're processing new information in your visual cortex and that you're not stuck trying to process old information. So since you can't put all your brain power into everything at the same time, then things that automatically go to your memory into that cortex, and then things you don't are what you're processing new. And I'm like, that's so weird.
Yeah.
Like you talk about like the multiverse, we live in a multiverse because our brains are actually set up to make all these assumptions about what's around us that may not actually be, which is why memory tends to be inflated, deflated, or false, is because you're seeing an image that you may have stored, but it's not necessarily even what was. And then each time you retell the story, you create new images of that memory, and that's you don't go to the original memory, you go to the most recent imagining of that memory, and that's how you have that. So you can maybe have a memory from 40 years ago, but it's just something that you've retold yourself over time. So that's why they can hypnotize people and find false memories, and it's because that you can drive people to have images in their head of something that never occurred.
Yeah, and every time you pull up a memory, you're basically rewriting it.
Right.
So every time you think about it, I forget what show it was I was watching.
Quantum Leap.
It was either the Magician Show or something about, it was Brain Games. And they were talking, they put an implant of somebody, and the guy says, I remember the guy had a hat on. And then everyone else remembers that guy having a hat on that stole this wallet. And it's like, even though none of them, the guy wasn't wearing a hat, just because one guy said he saw it, they all saw it after that.
Such a good show, Brain Games.
Oh, it was.
It was.
Very good. So, Master Jedi Jeff, what's up with you, my friend?
Chilling.
Any
just watched episode 2 of My Girl. So we're hopefully we have a quiz tonight with her.
Yeah, we'll make it happen.
Yeah, because I'm like, what do you remember from 1, 2?
Phantom of the Lost Ark. Which one is that?
Which one? Phantom of the Lost.
Yeah, Phantom of the Lost.
Yeah,
Ark.
that was one.
The Temple Crusades.
Yeah, Temple Crusades. Yeah, good times.
Hold on. What is number 2? Hold on, I can remember.
Attack of the.
And then Attack of the Clones. And
yes.
then Revenge of the Sith.
Exactly.
All right.
But we haven't finished it yet. We were like an hour into it.
Oh, okay. So,
you wanted to? I have a original trilogy quiz.
Definitely original trilogy quiz.
Okay.
I asked her, I went through the cliff notes with her too. I'm like, do you remember? She's like, I don't remember a damn thing. I was like, well, let's go with it. And I went through the original trilogy and episode 1 and episode 2 up until when we saw it. It's like, do you remember? She's like, okay.
It's not.
I said, we're gonna have a quiz tonight. We're gonna have fun.
It's not fair to put somebody who has
it is
seen them once.
No, it is.
Or people who have lived them.
First question: whose lightsaber is this?
Oh, you fucking with her now. God damn it, you're fucking with
Yeah.
And she's like, Blue, I don't know.
Right. Well,
She goes, I go, who? Here's the first question. I go, here's the question you ask you. Who's Anakin? Who's Anakin? She goes, he's the Skywalker, right? I go, okay, you're good so far.
He does walk on the sky. It's true.
how many languages does C-3PO speak? More than 1,000.
More than 10.
Wait, what was the one that had us laughing?
That
Jar
was
Jar.
Chris.
Yeah, Chris, more than 1,000.
Oh, Chris, Jar Jar Bing, Jar Jar Peanut Butter, Jar Jar.
Jar Jar peanut butter. That was the best one.
Yeah, that was classic.
That was the fair. Love you, buddy.
But, this was the first weekend though that I haven't had anything to do since April.
Oh
Me
my
too.
God.
And that's
I
why we
didn't-
sat
I
watch
didn't
Star
know-
Wars.
I didn't know what to do. It's like we saw Indiana Jones Friday,
Yeah.
and like yesterday, woke up, had nothing to do. I ended up going, taking my 360 camera over to Opryland Hotel and walking around and doing some
Did you go?
practice shit. I did not.
And it was great. Oh, hi, handsome. How was the fair?
Oh hi.
Oh, yeah. He went to the fair today, the Del Mar Fair.
I saw
Oh,
the
nice.
pig race.
You saw the pig race? Nice.
It was a
You can tell who has been in San Diego a long time when they still call it the Del Mar Fair.
The Del Mar Fair.
San Diego County Fair, I believe.
Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, it was great because she's seen months ago. She saw episode 4, 5, and 6, and by Jeff. she goes, I don't remember much. I was like, well, you're getting quizzed tonight. And I was like, do you remember episode 1? She goes, that's the pod race one, right? I'm like, yes, you're good so far. I was like, who raced in the pod race? She said, I don't remember. I'm like, okay, well, we're gonna go with it.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
It was Michael Jackson.
It was Michael Jackson. You win the race. It was great. But I was like, we're gonna quiz you tonight. Hey, we're gonna quiz you tonight, and I can't wait to see what you answer. She's like, well, I don't remember. I was like, it doesn't matter. We're gonna have some fun.
I have many lightsabers. I can ask her whose lightsaber it is.
You remember the lightsaber colors?
Red and blue.
Red and blue. Okay, who had the green lightsaber? Okay, now we're
Obi-Wan.
she just looked at me like,
Obi-Wan.
what? Obi-Wan Kenobi did have the green lightsaber,
And that.
except he had the blue lightsaber. But close enough.
But
I would say,
he also had the
did-
green one.
One of them was throwing a green lightsaber in the Battle of Geonosis. I don't remember.
Oh, you
No, they end up
had
both
the
with
green
blue.
one.
They both end up blue.
We haven't gotten to the battle yet. Obi-Wan just got captured where we stopped. Obi-Wan was talking to
Oh.
Count Dooku, and I was like, we gotta stop here because we're gonna start
You
Dork
lied.
Squad right now. So, no, yeah, well, I didn't lie.
No, he could do. I mean, I'm just saying what Obi-Wan said.
Yeah.
You lied.
Oh, yeah, you lie. You betrayed the Republic.
You betrayed Shiva.
You betrayed
just,
Shiva.
I just
Om Nom
watched.
Shiva. Om Nom Shiva. Om Nom Shiva. Om Nom Shiva.
I just watched all of the Indiana Jones with Hannah. We watched them within
Okay.
in a week. We watched them, and then
We got to
had-
get Rebecca on here. Has she watched them?
I don't. Has she watched them all?
Yep. Nope. Don't give a fuck. Get her on here.
She's currently watching Spider-Man with Weston. So she's
Spider-Man.
2.5 hours. The new one.
Oh, the new
Spider-Verse?
one. I haven't seen the new one yet.
Yeah,
Also excellent.
yeah,
actually,
it was really good.
That
Daniel
that
saw
was
the new
that will
Jones,
probably
it was
be
excellent.
Told me that.
that will
I know.
probably be the best
Okay.
for me, the best movie of the year so far. So far for sure.
The new Spider-Man?
Yeah. The Across the Spider-Verse.
No shit.
Yeah.
It was remarkably good.
You
Yeah.
saw it too?
Yeah.
I'm
You're the only slacker.
I guess I am.
I saw it on opening night, and I wasn't looking forward to it. And I was shocked how good it was.
Did you see the first one? Ben?
No,
Oh, you
That
didn't see the
would
first
be
one?
why- If you didn't see
Mm.
the first one, you'd probably been a little bit lost.
Yeah.
Anyway.
First one's really good. I love the first one.
I feel like I kept up for the most part.
We're gonna have to see it. Om Nom Shiva. Om Nom Shiva.
Yeah, I've got next week. I've got my ticket for Mission Impossible, Dead
Nice.
Reckoning Part 1, and then July 23rd, I've got ticket to Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer.
That looks like a really good movie.
Yeah,
Hello.
That's the guy who played Scarecrow in Batman, right?
Yes, it is.
yeah.
Yeah. Cillian Murphy.
Look at this
No.
beautiful
I think
girl.
that's his name.
Look at
What's his name?
I think it's
beautiful
Cillian.
girl.
You sure?
I think so.
I see him in a shit ton of movies.
Yeah, he's
Am I right?
Is it still into Murphy?
Cillian Murphy. Oppenheimer.
I
Actor.
don't think it's that.
Yep, Cillian Murphy.
Is it Cillian Murphy?
I'm gonna
Fuck.
use it.
I was way off.
Samsonite.
Samsonite.
I was way off.
Yeah. All right. So Atomic Dork Squad in action. I'm gonna quiz you two actually on some Indiana Jones. Now this is from Beano, so this is where we got the Jar Jar Binks laugh. So I don't
Okay.
know. I
You're
don't know.
quiz us on Indiana Jones.
Yep.
The first four.
This is well, it says
This is include the
ultimate,
fifth
and
because
this
I don't
is-
know it.
This is as of June 19th, so the movie wasn't out yet. So
Okay, I'm ready.
I'm thinking
Let's
it's
do it.
the OGs. So question number uno. Actually, you
Keep
know
it
what?
down, son.
I'll show it on the screen. Let's do that. Because
Okay, show it.
answer as we go.
One,
Open.
How sexy am I?
0 out of 10.
That's honestly, I mean, that filter that Rebecca used was, I mean, pretty
Hey,
good.
you guys look young as fuck, by the way, in that filter.
I was like, dude, if I look like that in real life, I would be so full of myself.
I told my girlfriend, I was like, look at these guys. They look fucking good.
She goes, wait, that filter would make you full of yourself? How would that be?
Yeah.
You can walk around with the filter.
Right?
Oh, like what? I said, this is why kids get depressed on social media, is because they see, you know, you look like that, your teeth are perfect. And
I told my girlfriend's like, yeah, they do look good. I'm like, yeah, absolutely.
I'm pretty good. My foundation. is a
Dude,
lot
you look like
smaller.
Hitler with that shit.
No, I know. I just got my haircut into the and I just trimmed off
Go
my
back and
beard
look at the
for
picture.
the first time in forever, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Sheila, you look younger with more
Mhm.
face. and
You
less
both
beard."
look younger,
I was like, yeah.
like in your 20s for sure. In their
Oh,
20s for sure.
it's amazing if you get rid of congestive heart failure and all the bad habits that come with it. It's amazing how that de-ages you.
Good figure, huh?
I'm like, what? No drinking, no drugging,
Right?
sleeping 8 hours at a time. This is crazy.
Makes sense.
Wow. This is what healthy looks like.
Yeah.
Bizarre. Look how green my eyes are. Wow.
They actually look green right now. Holy shit.
Hello. Only 6% of the population has green eyes. Did you know that?
Yeah. Do you know my eyes change color every day?
Really?
People
They
with blue eyes tend to.
Well, green to blue to gray to black. Mine go from that,
Oh,
depending on my mood.
Yeah. It's probably because I think
And-
blue is
And mine
like
have little
almost an
orange specks.
It's almost like an absence of color is why
Yeah.
that's why
Yeah.
these have all blue. So because of that, it's able to shift.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like
mine
sky.
shift. It's crazy.
But-
They're like, your eyes are gray right now. I'm like, well, I'm mellow.
You're like, I'm like a
Mood,
mood.
mood eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've always I have blue eyes, but I have like orange gold flecks in the middle of them.
So you both have a Ashkenazi Jew in you, because that's where the blue eyes actually came
Are you
from.
calling me a Jew?
Yeah, you guys are
Okay.
both Jews. So
Yeah, we're Jews.
same. Green, likely Dutch,
Kopsanovich.
likely Dutch. So like Dutch ovens, you know, those are great.
I like Dutch ovens.
Dutch masters, Dutch boys, you know.
You like Dutch ovens too, babe.
No, thank you.
I have a cast iron Dutch oven.
Oh,
She
nice.
goes, what?
What?
You like Judge Up? She goes, no, thank you.
Everybody does. Don't lie. All right, Indiana Jones quiz on Beano.
Let's do it.
Here we go. What number in the series is the 2023 film Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny?
Jeff,
5.
Jeff?
5.
Jeff says 5.
Oh, I didn't realize we were using our name. I thought we were just answering.
Oh yeah, well, you might as well compete.
Too late.
In which year is Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny set?
Jeff,
Jeff?
let's go with 1945.
Nope, 1969.
Damn it.
Daniel, 69.
Cold War. You're right. Cold War.
I would guess too because
It was
Cold
actually.
War.
It,
It was
seemed like
Russians.
it was in the 70s.
No, it was the Russians.
Oh wait, did it say
1960s.
4 or 5? I said, was it the 4th or the 5th one?
well, the fifth. the fifth.
Dial of Destiny. They just said.
Dial, yeah, Dial of Destiny is the 5th one, which is in the 4th one was in the 50s.
Yeah, it was in the
Crystal-
50s.
All right,
Crystal
go with the
Skulls in
next one.
50s.
Go with the next one.
In the Raiders of the Lost Ark, does the Ark? I'm assuming it's a question. What does the Ark of the Covenant contain?
Jeff,
Jeff.
10 Commandments.
None of the above.
Yeah, it
It
was
says
just
in the
nuts.
movie.
Well, it's the 10 Commandments. The 10 Commandments. You talking
The
about
actual
the 10. Yeah.
They had turned to
Actual
dust,
Sun
right?
Yes.
Prepare to meet Shiva in hell.
No,
What
prepare
is
to
it?
be Kali.
Jeff,
What is Indiana Jones' real name? Jeff,
Dr. Henry Walton Jones Jr.
I believe that is correct.
I never heard the Walton, I don't think. And
What's Henry
Jr.
Jones Jr.?
Yeah.
That's the
It's-
only way he's going with it.
It's definitely in the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles because in the beginning, it goes over, his name. He was born in 1899. This is his
Yep.
dad, Professor Henry Walton Jones. Yeah.
Cross the Indiana Jones movies. The
Young
TV.
Indiana
Okay.
Jones Chronicles TV series. How many actors have played the lead role?
Ooh,
7, I believe.
7?
I would guess. I've already seen.
I would have said 3, but that's not on there.
You have the guy you just saw. You got there's 2 different old men, plus there's Winter Phoenix,
River Phoenix.
Harrison Ford, and I think there's a couple other kids. Oh, there's
I'll
the
go with
little,
you.
the
Yeah,
little
'cause
kid.
There's like a little.
I'll go with you.
When he's at the Egypt at the King Pharaoh,
Yeah.
or the tomb, and then the next one when he has the slave,
Yeah.
who's his friend. So I would guess that would be-
All right, 7.
Indiana Jones has
Snakes. Jeff. Snakes.
Diophobia. What is he afraid of?
What is snakes?
Snakes, Babbitt.
What is spiders?
All right. Who was Indiana
The dog.
nicknamed after?
Come on. The family dog.
Hey, how about this? The Siberian Husky.
You are named after the dog.
You're named after the dog?
Quiz, behind the scenes quiz for
1938, by the way.
Hold on.
Are you sure?
Hold
I
on.
think 36.
No, 36.
Indiana-
Yeah, you're 36. Last
It's
Crusade is-
35 and 34.
Yeah, it goes 36, 35, 38 was the
Yeah,
order.
36, 35, 38. Yeah.
Where's your work
Hey.
phone?
Before we answer that question,
Okay.
This
the-
one is 36.
Yes.
Jesus Christ, will you listen?
No,
What?
we were answering the question.
Listen, the
Okay, what-
Siberian Husky is in Indiana
say.
Jones. Named
Yeah.
Indiana.
Yeah.
Also, the real Siberian Husky also inspired what Star Wars character?
I'm gonna say Chewbacca. I think that was based
Wait,
on
wait,
George
wait.
Lucas's dog. I
The,
think that was the whole point
The
of both of them.
Siberian Husky in the Indiana Jones trilogy, named Indiana, also inspired in real life what Star Wars character?
We're on YouTube with them.
And Daniel was right, Chewbacca.
I was just saying, it's got to be Chewbacca.
So George Lucas owned the Siberian Husky, and it was driving around in his truck with him that made him think that Han Solo should have a dog as his co-pilot.
FYI, if you've never seen George Lucas in Love, you must find it and watch it. It's about
Oh,
a 10-minute short movie, and it is amazing.
Didn't we watch it or watch part of it?
We might have watched part of it.
I think we did. All right, Raiders of the Lost Ark is set in what year?
36.
36.
All right. What is his dad's ambition at the Last Crusade?
The Holy Grail.
To find the Holy Grail.
Yep. To find somewhere nice.
What was the fourth Indiana Jones?
Crystal Skull.
And the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
What is Indiana Jones's dad?
Rats.
Yeah,
Scared of?
rats.
Dad, there were rats. In Indiana Jones in the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, our hero and his friend George McHale were kidnapped by Soviet spies. But in which country?
That was
the United
US.
States.
That was
They were in
US.
Nevada.
Yeah, in Nevada. Yeah.
In Area 56.
Okay.
Oh, wait, what? Well,
This
they
is
were.
nothing of the above. Let's go with
Oh, see, okay, maybe they
Morocco.
weren't kidnapped in there. But yeah, Morocco. Well, no, I don't think it's Morocco.
No,
Yeah, I do think it's Morocco.
I was going to say Morocco.
When he's trying to convince him that he's a double Asian.
Yeah. I think it's
Wasn't
Morocco.
he talking about? Remember when we were
Yeah.
when we were in Morocco? I felt like
Pretty sure it's Morocco.
Yeah, Morocco rings a bell.
Oh, what was it?
11 out of 12. So it was
Mexico.
Mexico.
It was Mexico.
Yep.
Every other one we got right.
Everything else is right. Spot on. Very nice. Good. Job.
Nice.
All right. So Daniel,
Me.
do you have some
Not me.
questions
I do.
to ask Michelle?
Oh, let's get some Michelle.
Yeah.
Michelle, you're on.
No.
Come on.
I don't want to.
Well, you're on because Daniel's got some questions for you.
Unplug it. I don't want to wear that thing.
Daniel's got some
Just
questions for you.
unplug it.
Come on, I gotta pee. Go.
Your son
Don't
in the
be
back.
scared.
That's
We'll take
cool.
care of you.
I don't want to wear this.
Go.
No, thank you.
Okay,
Jeff.
unplug it.
Oh my.
All
All
right.
We will take care of you. Okay, you got to hear us. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Yes. Hi, Michelle. You can hear
All
us,
right.
right? Yes. Yes.
I'm ready. What?
You can hear us?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I
In
like this
which
word
in
already.
which year was the first Star Wars movie, Episode 4, A New Hope, released?
In
77.
We can hear you, Jeff.
God damn it. Okay, I'm not gonna say anymore.
You have to do hand signals.
All right. What is the name of the desert planet that Luke Skywalker grows up on?
what is the name of what?
The planet that Luke Skywalker grows up on.
Oh, she's Googling it.
I'm not Googling it. I'm thinking.
These are the easy questions.
Oh yeah.
Come on, you've seen it.
Um,
You've seen them once.
Say it again.
The name of the planet where Luke is raised. The desert planet where we find Luke in Episode 4.
I forgot the name.
Also, you might find another character named Anakin on that in Episode 1.
Anakin Skywalker.
Well, I know that.
And he turns into Darth Vader.
Okay, thank you.
Don't let her cheat, son.
I just told her one answer.
Don't give her any answers. Don't let her cheat.
It was an answer.
Honey,
mean-
are you looking down?
I'm not looking down. I'm thinking.
I'll give you.
That's my
No, for
thinking.
real.
I'll give you a hint.
What?
Hold on.
The first part of the word sounds like something that you would get permanently put on your arm or body. That's part of the word.
It's also a city in Tunisia.
Turn on the headphones.
Does it start with a T?
It starts
What was the question?
Luke
what's-
Skywalker's home planet.
Okay, come on. You know this one.
Yep.
Come on, baby.
So Jeff has ink on him. that's
I'm not
covered-
saying shit.
What's it called?
No, don't look
What?
down.
No, I know. Here's the way you say it.
Okay.
What's it called when you get one of those put on you?
A tattoo?
Yes.
Yeah. And
Okay,
so if
that's
someone's
the word.
doing that to you, what are they doing? They're tattooing you.
Oh, that's good. Thank you.
Thank you, son. Connor called it. My
All
son fucking called it.
Who is the voice behind Darth Vader? What actor is the voice of Darth Vader?
Blue Diamond Phillips.
Can I say like one of the names, like his first
Sure.
name?
Yeah, sure.
Who's first name?
Is it James?
Oh, I heard that, Jeff. I heard totally.
That was Connor. I swear to God, that was Connor.
All I heard was a whisper of.
That was me.
No, I know
swear to
something.
God.
Stop hitting, please. Sit down nicely. Thank you.
I swear to God, that wasn't me.
That was that.
James is correct. Now his middle name sounds similar to the man who shot Martin Luther King.
Or Duke of.
Duke of
Oh, I know that song.
Earl.
Earl
Earl. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. James Earl.
Jones.
No.
I didn't say anything.
Please stop. He's not saying a word to me. No one's helping me. This is very difficult.
Good job. Good job, James Earl Jones. And James Earl Ray shot Martin Luther King. So there you go. You don't want to really mix them up. I don't think the first guy would like that.
No. All right.
James Earl Jones shot Martin Luther King. How is he
Who-
still active?
Who is the co-pilot of the Millennium Falcon?
Like the ride at Disneyland. Is it
Sorry.
Chewbacca? No, I
It
know
is
that.
It is Chewbacca.
Yeah, because it's the guy at Disneyland. I've been on that.
And
You've been on Chewbacca?
what kind of creature?
Nice. You can climb
Yeah.
in like a tree.
Okay, what?
So,
Go moving on. What kind of creature is Chewbacca?
You got this, babe.
What kind of creature is he?
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
from
Lucky.
yeah,
Connor,
a Wookiee.
knock it off, buddy.
good job. Good job.
All right.
Yeah, the spawn of Jeff shouldn't help because he came out of the womb knowing this stuff
Stuff, you know.
just by proxy.
Let's see.
You're doing great.
We're
His brother
having
Chris
this
doesn't do
question.
this well with Star Wars.
I want to see what she knows. That's the whole point of this. Son, God damn it.
Put that kid in a chokehold.
What is the name of the character who introduces Luke Skywalker to the ways of the Force and trains him as a Jedi?
It's that little green thing, right? Is it little?
Did you say the little green thing?
I love it.
Yeah,
Because
Apparently, it's only that big.
Yes.
it's Yoda, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Holy jeez.
But I got it right.
No,
Yeah.
Connor called that shit.
But I knew it.
You just shut up, son.
All right.
Put him outside with the dogs.
This one's pretty hard.
The little green thing.
Which character is the first to say, "I have a bad feeling about this"?
Which character said what?
I have a bad
And
feeling.
I'm gonna take that. I'll take this in order of 1 through 6. We'll stay.
Got
Then
this.
tell him not to
The basic.
answer.
We'll stay with episode
better
1.
not
We'll
see
start with
nothing.
episode 1. Who was the first person to say it?
Okay.
Who's the first person to say
I have a
I've
bad
got
feeling
a
about
bad
this.
feeling about this.
Mm.
Honey, are you cheating? Do
It sure
not-
looks like she's looking down at a phone.
Hold on, she's cheating.
no? Okay. I don't know.
Obi-Wan says it.
What show do I hate?
Show do you hate?
What show?
The Golden Girls.
I
Why
love
would you
that.
hate the Golden- Why would you hate the Golden Girls?
What show do you hate?
MacGyver. What show do you hate? Oh, he hates Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan,
You said it wrong.
please go sit down. You're making me upset. I don't know.
Well, I think it was Obi-Wan.
Here's a good one. This is my own question. I think we've actually had this before as a question. Ewan McGregor, who plays Obi-Wan, has a brother who is a pilot in the Air Force. What was his call sign? I heard that.
Red 2.
So close.
That's
Obi-2.
right.
Obi-2. You were wrong. You made me look dumb.
You're in trouble.
Toby won.
You're a good sport.
But
You did
Thank
well.
you.
I'll give you this last. I'll make this the last one. Which actor portrayed Emperor Palpatine in Return of the Jedi?
Is that what I was just watching?
No, we were watching episode 2. Return of the Jedi was episode 6.
He is also in episode 2, and he plays
Yes, he plays Senator.
Senator
Chancellor.
Palpatine.
Chancellor
Palpatine.
Palpatine.
What actor plays
Yeah,
it?
She has no idea about this.
I mean, why would she?
Dawn Knott.
I know this. but
I
she
knew
don't know
Chewbacca.
this.
I got
Yeah,
one.
you got Chewbacca. I'm good with you.
Ian McClellan.
So close. First name was correct.
On what?
It's Ian McDermott. He said Ian McCollum.
He said on what? NYPD Blue. That's what.
That's a good show.
Thank you.
It was racy for
Holy
her.
Jesus.
Good
What
job, Michelle.
embarrassment.
Well, thank you.
Holy fuck. Why am I fucking blurry all of a sudden? Oh, there I am. Connor, you got every one of those. I already know. Let me
She's
plug in
up.
my shit here.
You got to remember, not everybody has the fascination to remember all those things that we as 4-year-old boys did.
Always trying to hold on to his younger years.
Are you back? Are you back?
Oh man, let it go.
Jeff's going back.
Brother, let it go.
Let it go. Let it go.
All right, I got a couple of Yoda jokes.
Holy Jesus.
That doesn't make me nervous at all.
Yoda, are you sure we are heading in the right direction? Of course we are. How's that funny?
I can touch the ceiling without jumping.
What happened?
Did you hear about Baby Yoda's first word? It
Grogu?
came after his second
I'm not
word.
a fan, bro. I thought a fan's not supposed to ever stop.
I'm still working on why the first one's funny.
I don't know. Why was Yoda tired of constant Star Wars jokes? Because they're all so forced.
Ah,
What do you call it when Yoda looks into the camera and talks to the viewers?
Oh my god.
Forced?
Breaking the force ball.
Ah.
Why did Anakin Skywalker cross the road away from Yoda? To get to the dark side.
ah.
Who raised Baby Yoda?
My mom.
The man Dad Lorian.
Ah, man, Dad Lorian.
How did Yoda convince Luke of his hidden power? He forced him into using it.
No.
Because Yoda was in charge.
You know
was
how
why was the joke in the punchline?
That is crazy.
because that's how Yoda talks.
It was backwards. Why
Yeah.
didn't anyone trust Yoda with driving? Because every time off course he was.
Ah.
Why did Yoda enter the Swiss talent show?
I don't know.
Because he was good at yodeling.
Yoda.
What kind of car is Yoda's favorite?
Sa.
A toy Yoda.
Yoda.
What did Yoda say to keep his apprentice who kept? What did Yoda say to his apprentice who kept failing?
Bailey, you have again.
Don't worry. One can no be perfect. I don't get it. One can be perfect.
Don't worry,
Oh,
one.
one cannot be perfect. One cannot be
One
perfect.
cannot be perfect. Yeah.
Wow.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Yoda.
Yoda who?
Yoda boss.
Ooh.
This is from Yoda jokes for special needs people. What did Yoda say when he saw himself on a 4K?
I don't know.
HDMI.
That one bothers me so much because 4K is 4 times the resolution of HD. And that, Every time I hear that joke, I twitch just a little bit.
Only Daniel gets mad at that. It's
Yeah.
not accurate. Oh no.
I actually did see one version of that joke where it was correct, and they had the HD. This I saw first time he saw himself on a Blu-ray or something like that. But
HDMI.
yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna ask you guys an 80s knowledge quiz. So
Ready.
for this,
Jeff.
True.
For this, your name is
Who is Journey?
your name is your brother. Number one, Margaret Thatcher was the United Kingdom's prime minister throughout the 80s. What was her nickname?
Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Say it again.
Margaret Thatcher was
Again, Margaret Thatcher was the United Kingdom's prime minister throughout the 80s. What was her nickname?
true.
True. Was it Iron Maiden, Iron Lady, Iron Ma'am, or Iron Margaret?
Jeff.
Jeff.
Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden. I think that's wrong.
Iron Lady.
Iron Lady, I think that's right.
No, I
which
think that's wrong.
year- In which year did the film Back to the Future begin?
Jeff.
Jeff.
1985.
What country hosted the 1986 World Cup?
I'm an American. I don't care about that.
Was
What?
it Mexico, Spain, England, or Egypt?
Egypt.
Well, I'm gonna go with Egypt too because it's out of the norm.
You got it. Who had a hit single with Never Gonna Give You Up in 1987?
Jeff.
Jeff.
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna come. Sing it.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie. Desert you. Who was it, buddy? Who was it?
Saying?
Rick Ross.
Rick Ross. My
No.
son got it.
Sort of.
Rick Ross is a rapper. but you got
Rick Roll is
Rick
the,
Roll.
that's
I said
what's
that.
happened. That's what it's called when someone plays that on you.
Yeah,
Right.
well, Connor got it.
But it's
Rick
It's not-
Rick Mayfield.
wow. I would have had his name if you not butchered it so badly.
Is it,
Rick Ross, the boss.
is it Rich Astley? Rick
Rick-
Astley.
Rick
Rick
Astley.
Aston.
Rick Astley.
There we go. Alf was a
Yes.
popular show during
Alien
the
Life
80s.
Form.
Indeed, it was.
What did Alf stand for?
Alien Life Form. Jeff.
No, he stood for eating cats.
Jeff.
Jeff.
I think he's.
Alien Life Form.
I think he sat to eat cats. I don't think he
He
stood.
did eat cats.
MC Hammer was famous for wearing massive trousers, which he called the hammer pants. What were they called originally?
Parachute
Jeff.
pants.
Jeff Parachute Pants.
Parachute pants. This is a screenshot from a popular football game for
Show me
computers in the 80s. What is it called?
I
Tecmo
don't
Bowl.
know.
What?
Tecmo Bowl.
Technobowl?
Tecmo Bowl.
Tecmo Bowl.
Tech your bowl. All
Tech
right,
my balls.
let me show you the screenshot.
I mean, it's got to be Tecmo Bowl.
Tech my balls.
Oh,
No
no
that's
one ever
not
played
Tecmo
that. No one ever played that game. That doesn't.
Bowl.
FIFA.
Tecmo balls.
FIFA 1.
No
What are
shit.
your options? Sensible
FIFA.
soccer, kickoff, football manager.
It's got to be match day 2.
Match day 2. That's what I'm going with. I went with you, Daniel.
The BFG by Roald Dahl.
Big fucking giant.
That's right. In which year was Roald Dahl's book, The BFG, first released?
1995.
87, 84, or 89?
87.
I have no idea. Not on my radar until it was a movie.
87.
Where is this guy? He's right here. Dude, I'm
In
kinda
which
like-
year was the Berlin Wall torn down?
1992.
89. It was actually 92.
That's funny.
It was actually 92.
Was it?
Well, it was when George W. Bush was in charge. Atari!
Type of gaming console used this type of control.
Jeff, Atari!
Sorry. All right, let's see. 7 out of 10. What did we miss? It was 1989.
You
Which I
called it.
said.
You called it.
It was 1982. For
You
the
called it.
Match Day 2 is correct. Parachute Pants is correct. Alien Life Form is correct. Rick Astley is correct. Egypt. was
Egypt, we
incorrect.
called it.
It's Mexico
No.
again. That's the second time Mexico's foiled us
Son of a
tonight.
bitch, Mexico.
You got 1985, The Iron Lady, and that was correct. Very nice. Very, very good. Very good.
Very nicely done.
Here we go. Oh, dang, you're not fun time. Not moving on my desk.
I'm kind of curious as to what Mario character we all are.
I am Luigi.
Where's that?
It was very top on the right. Choose some emojis and we'll tell you your favorite Mario character.
All right, there.
All right, let's see.
Favorite.
Daniel, let's do yours first.
Go, Daniel.
Which emoji jumps out at you at first? Don't take too
I think
long.
the A for sure.
Which emoji jumps out at you first?
Oh, B. B for sure.
Okay. Daniel, how about here?
A.
You're not in the box anymore.
D.
How about this one?
C.
This one?
C.
You're gonna be Wario.
Are you for real right now?
Wario.
D.
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
Second, you have to do IRL as well. So paper traversing more
How about this one?
A.
Yes.
What I was gonna say.
How about this one?
D.
Oh my gosh, wait, what is this guy? It's you, they put you in the, I mean.
And last one.
D again.
There you actually do that. Wait, I'm going to the stream right now. Oh!
Waluigi.
Waluigi.
We were close. We were thinking Wario, but that I can
Yeah.
see Waluigi.
All right, all right.
For what it's worth, I did that before you said you were done.
Jeff, you want to try?
Let's do it. Let's go.
All right, and call out your which one stands out to you the most.
C.
And here.
A. C. B.
I mean, like, do you
A.
want to video or do you want to just be forfeited right now? Like, what these subs? Well, I mean, I just want to know if
B.
you want to win or do you want to lose? Because, like, okay, I'm going to get 20 subs. Jeez. Are you serious? Yeah.
B.
There's no way you're actually going to do it. He's not going to do it, guys. He's just acting like he is. And he's
A.
going to lie and say,
C. A. Wario. Mario. Close
Oh,
enough.
Mario. So close.
Nice. Not bad, not bad. Pick these emojis.
Hey, thanks for quizzing my girl
Tell
tonight.
you your dominant personality trait.
All right, I think this is one for you to do, Jeff.
Yeah, definitely. Go
I'll
for it.
try this one. I don't know.
We'll look at it. B. Okay, B.
D.
Lots of B's. All right, B.
But super exciting working together on courage.
I did say B. That's fucking cool. D.
A.
Okay.
B.
Oh, C. I think. Oh, it's really?
I would have said D. Oh, you said D.
He said D. I would have said strawberry.
I would have said D with the pineapple.
Mushroom.
All right.
Crab.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Top hat.
C.
Top
Oh,
hat.
I would have said C.
B.
B. That's what I said. Intelligent.
Nice.
A lot of you and me were the same.
Ooh, we'll tell you your star sign. I want to see this.
Ah.
All right. Daniel.
A, the first
Well, I
one.
would have said B.
And another.
The thinky one.
Yep, that's what I would have said.
Next challenge.
Now a hand gesture.
The waving one, wavy.
And an animal.
Elephant.
And a fruit or veg.
Banana.
And,
I do know that.
I like partly cloudy
Probably cloudy.
or partly sunny, depending on how you look at it.
Either
Oh.
way.
Christmas tree.
I would have said fire, but all right.
I guess guitar. It's closest. Clown.
and last one.
Owl.
Avocado.
Not even close.
Yes, Scorpio.
You're Gemini, right?
No,
Taurus.
he's a Taurus.
Taurus?
Wait, you didn't do that? Okay, do it right now. Do it right now. We'll call it even. Man,
Taurus.
that is. Wow. I mean,
May 20th to June is
dude, I think I just.
Gemini.
That's so weird, man. Why did that happen?
I wonder, yeah, I don't know. This seems like
It's amazing that some kind of made up little quiz, but based off of emojis, couldn't get it right.
right.
Fucking emojis.
You would think it would be better than that.
Right. I mean, it's like the internet would lie to us.
Can't believe it.
Let's see.
FYI, I posted a video of the Border Crew today on YouTube, on Facebook that you got to watch. They debunk a bunch of the UFO videos.
Old as 66.
It's pretty awesome. It's the kind of stuff I do all the time when I look at videos online. There's one that I've seen in the reels where it has like a little toddler walking towards a deer, and then the deer just goes whap and knocks down the kid. But I download it and look through it, and you can see the artifacts of where they masked out the kid. They didn't even they used an auto mask. They didn't even do so it was, most of the time, if you see something that's ridiculous like that, it has been done, especially if the camera stays still or has just a this kind of motion to it. It's usually done in After Effects.
Interesting. I have a test that I would like to give to Daniel.
Hey, Daniel, go.
So this is on a scale of 1 to 5. 5 being you agree, totally agree. 1 being disagree. Somewhere go to that scale.
5 is totally, 1's not.
1 through 5. 5 being totally agree. 3 being neutral. 1 being totally disagree. So you got your scale in between.
Okay.
Success is about the survival of the fittest. I'm not concerned about losers.
1.
Before I do anything, I carefully consider the possible consequences.
3.
I don't plan anything very far in advance.
1.
I tell other people what they do, what they want to hear, so that they will do what I want them to do.
1. I'm terrible at that.
I quickly lose interest in the tasks that I start.
1.
I end up in the same kinds of trouble time after time.
1.
I mean, what trouble? I enjoy manipulating other people's feelings.
1 again.
Cheating isn't justified because it's unfair to others.
5.
Most of my problems are due to the fact that other people don't understand me.
1.
Making a lot of money is one of my most important goals.
1,
People who get ripped off usually deserve it.
1,
I feel justified doing whatever I can to succeed.
1,
I have never been in trouble with the law.
1. 5. I agree with that one. So yeah, I had to think about that. That was worded
You're thinking back through growing up with me. By proxy.
narrow escapes.
Right.
Narrow
Narrow
escapes.
escape. Officer, he did it. Like, we know we were coming for him.
He was
I'm
on our
often-
list already.
Yeah, I used to be on the list. I got pulled over.
Oh, you're
by
on
the
you're on
bicycle.
lists.
They were like, yeah, so we'd like to smell your clothes and check your hands for burns. And I'm like, for what? Somebody lit a fire somewhere on the hill, and I was on the short list of people to check.
I can't imagine why.
I don't know why.
Just almost lighting your house on fire or something.
Yeah, no big deal. No big deal. I was like, this is systemic racism. I'm often bored. 1, disagree. 5, highly agree.
1,
With your imagination, how could you be? Love is overrated.
1,
Even if I were trying very hard to sell something, I wouldn't lie to get my way.
5,
I would be upset if my success came at someone else's expense.
5,
I make a point of trying not to hurt others in pursuit of my goals.
5,
I sometimes find myself admiring a really clever scam.
1,
What's right is whatever I can get away with.
1,
I feel bad when my words or actions cause someone else emotional pain.
5,
1, you cold-hearted bitch. Just kidding. I find that I'm able to.
I mean, the fact that 30 years later, I was still concerned about that one time I called you a dork or something, and it was like the fact that that's right there just tells you all you need to know about that.
Yeah. Remember when we were 9? No,
Yeah,
not really.
nope.
But I forgive you. I find that I am able to pursue one goal for a long time.
4,
Ooh, there's a chink in your armor.
yeah, it just depends. I mostly can. I mean, ask Tara. She'll say that's probably a 5 actually.
Probably. Looking out for myself is my top priority.
1,
My main purpose in life is getting as many good things as I can.
1,
When I get frustrated, I get very angry very quickly.
1. Well, 1. That's another one. It's really. I would say it's a 1. In his general rule of my life, it's a 1. There are things at work that I've dealt with for a year and a half that can get me to anger pretty quickly.
It can trigger you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't, you like the word trigger, but it makes sense in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think occasional triggers are really like, right? I let others worry about so-called higher values. My main concern is to get what I want.
Well, that's a 1.
All right, so I will bring this up so you can take a look. I want you guys to revel in this, and I have a quiz for Jeff, and then we can wrap up unless. I wasn't going to ask for something that I put in the show notes for tonight. It's kind of self-serving, so I'm going to do that too. Oh, Jeff's gone. This is how you rate on the psychopath scale. So you are the purple and the population average is green. So I'd have to say you are about as normal as you can possibly be.
I got two squares towards impulsive.
Yeah. Yeah, potentially a little impulsive, but outside of that, yeah, you're as
That
normal.
and really that's just food right there. I'm impulsive towards food. Everything else I'm pretty good with. What? There's cake? Oh.
Oh, yeah, I get that.
Oh man, do you guys have Bluebell ice cream?
Yeah,
They just came out. I just bought they have the little Debbie oatmeal cream thing
yellow cream
cookie.
pies, yeah.
Yeah, they have a ice cream flavor that's that, and it is my favorite ice cream in a long time.
Wow.
I had to keep myself from eating a second bowl.
I miss ice cream. I've
Well,
been
I'll try your dairy. You can't have the dairy.
no, I can have dairy. I can't have gluten.
Oh, gluten.
Yeah, gluten's the issue. But dairy's fine. No, I've just been very strict for the last month on sugar, carbohydrates, crap like that. So that's why my neck is getting thinner. So just trying to get healthier. If I can get myself down to 220, I'll be happy. I mean, in the hospital, I was just I can't believe how big I was. I know that 75 pounds of water weight, but still.
Yeah, your ankles were about that big around.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was wild. That was wild. I came out of there like 100 pounds lighter, and I'm like, wait a second, I came out at 250. What? What?
Taking that test reminds me though, when I applied to work at Mervin's at Parkway Plaza, I put the application in. They had an ethics test they wanted you to take, and then before I got home, they called me for an interview. And when that interview, they told me I scored the highest on the ethics test that anybody had ever scored.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I kind of know
Do
what's right.
you want to work in loss prevention, or do you just want to manage the firm's money? What do you want to do? Be like, yeah, I'll take the money. Where did Jeff go? He didn't tell
I
us.
don't know. He didn't.
So here was my ask in the show notes. I've been told that my personality is such that I don't like following rules, and I have an aversion to authority in general. I don't know if
Okay.
that's true. Okay, yeah, that's 100%
Stuff
true.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah. That I have a tendency to break rules just because they're rules, and I think that they should be fluid, and they don't apply to me. I don't know. Maybe.
It's sounding familiar. Yeah.
So what I was gonna ask from you and Jeff, and I'll ask Jeff if he pops back in as we wrap up, is can you think back to growing up with me of any time where I broke the rules or did something that was potentially wrong, maybe not something you'd brag about to your parents? I don't know.
I think we've pretty much hit all of those over the course of doing these streams.
So quick summary, what do you remember? Do you have a couple off the top of your head?
I mean, the smoking one was always one for me. Going places like going into the sand pits a little bit, which was outside of the realm of places I was supposed to really go.
Yeah, same. Yeah. The irony is I got my head busted open in the sand pits, and I wasn't supposed to be there. I wonder why.
It's like parents know things.
As if, right? Yeah. Where did this happen? The sand pits. You're not allowed to go past the school. Oops.
And then of course there's always the language.
I
But
had a little bit of a potty mouth sometimes.
sometimes.
I remember getting caught with a hustler.
Yeah. There's
your
that,
house.
of course.
Yeah. I think your mom or dad called my mom and told them.
Really? And they didn't probably care, okay?
My mom was like, hustler? Where did you get a hustler? Let me see that. So, ooh. Wonder why I wasn't afraid. It's not that they never condoned it. They did not condone it. But they definitely knew where my mom found my hiding spot, like under my bed, underneath the carpet.
Yeah, when the carpet's curled up like this off the floor. it's-
Yeah. I remember I swiped a knife out of somebody's
Oh.
truck.
Yeah, I remember that.
Boot knife. And you know what's crazy? I didn't even know this. My parents took it. Like they took it but they didn't throw it away. And in my mid-20s, my dad brought it out and gave it back to me. I was like, "Do you still have this?" I think I did that when I was like 13.
Yeah, it would have been middle school
Yeah.
or junior high, I guess, back then.
Yeah. Your dad had what were they, skull pouches in the garage,
Yeah, it kind of
and
rings a
they
bell.
were very old and very dry. So I think it's some, whatever, a habit he had for a short period of time and then it disappeared. But they were out in the garage next to the motorcycle. And I remember going out and going like, "Oh, I'm gonna try this." They were gross, but I felt like I was cool. I remember staying the night in your backyard and I was chewing tea bags. You remember that?
I remember the tent because it was that old canvas tent that was impossible to put together. But it was huge. I remember it being big. I don't remember the tea bags per se.
Tea bags, and I remember and I would try and like act like I was chewing, and it was
I mean, that definitely sounds familiar.
like something stupid.
Sounds like something you do,
yeah. I don't know why my brain has always been wired to.
Because you're a middle child.
Maybe that's it, right? Yeah. To just find something to rebel with. I don't know. You never did.
Mm-mm. I just had friends that did, so I didn't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Well, that was always the thing too, is that for me, like I would see things that Rob and Carol, especially Rob, Carol was out of the house pretty young for me, but I would see things that he would get in trouble for and be like, well, I won't do that. That's dumb. But I always have had a pretty strong sense of this is the right way to go. There's the video game, the Knights of the Old Republic. The first time I played through that, my character was so shiny bright at the end of it that because you based off your decisions throughout the whole game. Right. And the only dark side points I ever got in the entire game was I used a Jedi mind trick on a character, and I didn't think it would be, especially given the fact that it didn't harm them, and Jedi mind tricks are used all the time in the actual movie, but that gave me a couple of dark side points. Those are the only ones I got in the whole game. Then I wanted to see the alternate ending, so I played it and tried to be dark side, and that was the most painful thing I've ever done. It was, even knowing that those characters were fake and it was just in a video game, making a decision to harm one of them was terrible. I couldn't do it. I mean, I did, but it was like.
No, that's very telling on your person. Is like, oh, it's the wrong thing to do. I want to see the outcome, but I don't really want to do it. Yeah, I get it. But what's weird is I don't enjoy inflicting pain on other people. I don't want to inconvenience other people. I'm very concerned with how I interact with others, and it's probably why I've been successful in managing people for 20 plus years, is because I genuinely care about other people and their success and how I could help them see things that maybe they didn't see before, and give them the encouragement. And one of the biggest things that I had in my arsenal pretty early on managing people was to tell somebody, I'll believe in you even when you don't believe in yourself. Like, I know what you're capable of, and I see your potential. And even though you have all this self-doubt and maybe you don't see your efforts pay off right away, like, I believe in you. I'll have your back no matter what. And it made me a good leader that way.
Yeah.
Even though to me, maybe the job that I was teaching or leading was easy for me, and people always saw that, like, how is everything so easy for you? Like, you just master everything quickly. And I'm like, well, that's why I want to help others, because I can see, like, this is the job, these are the tasks, this is the mindset you have to be successful. And I can put that into words and thoughts and ideas for other people so they can visualize how to be successful too. But that being said, it's weird that my personality has always been to defy authority and buck the system, but I've never had a problem being the authority. But to me, being the authority for the sake of it has never been it.
Right.
I've never told someone to do something just because I felt like I needed to position myself as their boss. Like, that's stupid. I understand when people have conflict with change and they don't want to do things that they're being told to do. I relate 100%. So I would help them see the positive in what we're doing, why we do the things we do.
Hey, gents, I'm going to jump off real quick.
Oh, we're going to wrap up anyways.
All right, let's wrap up.
You all right?
Yeah, and I got some shit going on here.
All right. Understood. Yeah, I think it's time. Yeah, it's time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since I have to work in the morning.
All right.
Me too.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm off. I'm
You
off.
son of a
All right.
bitch.
Let me.
I'm going to work short day. I'm going to come home early.
That's good. All right. I'm going to put up our farewell. Bye-bye.
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 And not get myself canceled for
Stand by.
playing
Keep going.
other things. Here we go.
Oh, wait. I can't see that. I can't see that.
So we say good night, Gracie.
Yeah, I would say what, love one another, love yourselves, and
See ya.
Good night, Gracie.
See ya, Gracie.
good night, guys.